think, aesthetically, I'm very interested in the subtleties that you can create a movement language and express yourself with. I don't believe that in the human experience we just have this range of emotion that goes from like 0 to 10, but there are all these different gradations of emotions that need to have a movement language associated with them. And so that's where gesture and the softening of the body and the lengthening of the body for the expression of emotion, very human emotion, has to happen, that I think is much more real than if somebody is jumping in the air and doing 7 turns, or somebody's doing no movement whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested in this world in between that that is expressed through gesture and movement. The first piece is called Chino Latino, and it's it's 4 short dances which are choreographed to songs from the 1920s through the 1950s in Latin and South America. So it has like a Carlos Gardel tango, it has a cumbia from Peru, etc. that within the songs reference Asians that are living in Latin and South America. So the work is called Chino Latino.
Yes.
And my family, where I grew up, I'm half Korean and half American. I grew up in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And so we had a community of Asians that interacted a lot with the Latin community. And
Do
so
you relate much with them?
Oh yeah, so I always feel like a real connection within the communities, and I just wanted to make a suite of dances that would sort of celebrate that.
Oh.
Right, hyphen is a exploration of American identity. In a sense, it's the place between Asian and American, that hyphen, between Latin and American, between Irish and American, sort of what is our multifaceted perspective of identity now within a larger global society. And that's what that work is about. And Island is a abstract narrative about a woman at the turn of the last century in the early 1900s who tries to immigrate to America but is not able to get past the immigration station and is not able to start a new life in America. And it's very much a true story because it's called Island. It's named after Angel Island, which was the main immigration station for the west coast of the United States, off the coast of San Francisco. And it is the main sort of blockade for immigration from Asians, and predominantly in the early 1900s. Yeah.
During the 80s and 90s here in Lima, in Peru actually, there was a dancer here who works with you now, which is Tati Vallareza, right?
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about how has it been, the whole experience of working with her? How did you relate?
Yeah. Tati's wonderful. She's such a beautiful dancer. She's one of my best friends. And we've worked together for, I guess a decade now. Tati actually came to one of my classes. She started coming and taking my modern dance classes in Washington. And we just started working together. And I think that our aesthetics are so similar in the way that we approach movement and the body that it was just a really great match. So it was very serendipitous that Tati started coming to class and that we met. And then years later, I was asked by the U.S. Embassy to come and work with Ballet Nacional, and I did some Fulbrights. And so this relationship with Peru started to grow, and then it's been such a nice opportunity because as our relationship's grown, I think that it's been so nice to have the ability to have Tati perform in Peru consistently also, since she lives in the United States now in Washington.
Dana tiene un lenguaje de movimiento muy definido y en eso todos tenemos que ser bastante homogéneos y aprender a interpretarlo de esa manera y tomarlo en el cuerpo de nosotros, por supuesto. pero en ese sentido es menos libre, pero es muy trabajoso también. Es difícil, es muy exacto, ¿no? Requiere, a pesar que es suave para el cuerpo, o sea, no hay así un gran virtuosismo, grandes saltos, ni ¿cómo se llama?, atleticismo, ni ese tipo de cosas no es el trabajo de Deina, ¿no? Son muchas sutilezas. Desde que tengo 8 años yo he estado todos los años en algún teatro, pero con Intro realmente fue el momento más importante de mi carrera y bueno, y de ahí en adelante he trabajado con mucha otra gente, viví muchos años en el Ecuador. En Ecuador bailé muchísimo con grupos diferentes del Ecuador.
¿Con Sarao, con la gente del teatro independiente?
Sí, con gente de danza independiente de Ecuador y de Cuba, como Isabel Bustos, que es una coreógrafa cubana y ecuatoriana que estaba en Ecuador cuando yo llegué y trabajé muchos años con ellos, retazos. Después trabajé con Humanizarte, que dirigía Nelson Díaz y tenía una rama de danza moderna. Yo trabajé mucho en ese entonces con Pablo Cornejo, que también era de Humanizarte, con Wilson Pico del Frente de Danza Independiente de Ecuador. Y luego acá en Perú he trabajado con Mirela Carbone, con Jaime Lema, con Pachi Vallarriestra y con Íntegro también otra vez. Y con Deina es quizá el grupo con el que más largo he trabajado. No he trabajado con nadie 10 años seguidos, solo con él. O sea, yo soy parte muy integral de su grupo.
Él me contaba también que han viajado muchísimo.
Hemos viajado mucho, hemos venido a Perú muchas veces, esas cosas curiosas del destino que me ha traído de vuelta a mi país, el grupo de Deina, el grupo americano, que es algo curioso. Hemos viajado a la India, a México, a Latvia, a muchos lugares.
I think for us, Lima feels like a sister city to Washington in so many ways. Like I feel very connected to the Lima community, and I very much respect it and just love the dancers and the audiences here.